What a nice way to start off Christmas Day, huh? How you
or
doing,
finish
everybody?
Off Christmas Day.
Well, finish off Christmas Day. It's not finished. I don't want it to be finished. It's still starting. How you doing, everybody? Mr. Poseidon here. Welcome to another episode of our live stream, which we ran a test earlier with Bruce Bain. And if anybody was lucky enough, you got to see us live, and you got to hear the dirt. That's right. The dirt. Bruce, you're in trouble. No, I'm just kidding. Bruce is on the side. He's waiting for us to start this up. We'll be with him in a minute. But before everything starts, guys, I just want to let you know that since I've started this from the start. Hi, Mom. We were over Mom's house today. Mom, what can I say? What a great meal. You were the best. Dad was in a good mood. My dad's 96 years old, guys. My mom keeps saying he's 92. She stopped at 92. She's like, he's 92. He's not 96. He's 96, guys. He's born in 1927, basically. But anyway, 1927, right? Or 26. One of those years. I wasn't around then. I can't remember. But I want to tell everybody before the show starts, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays to whatever you're celebrating. I just want to let everybody know that I look forward to these live streams weekly, guys. I get really excited. I'm pumped about seeing you guys. I'm an honest man. I've invested $70,000. That's right. I'm going to mention it again. I've invested $70,000. My wife keeps, wants to bash me in the head. But anyway, and I consistently do it. I come up with great prizes for you guys. I don't want to give out just any old stuff. I always strive for the best, just like today. In this beautiful bag next to me, let me show you the overhead look. I know you guys are here for this. You're not here for Mr. Poseidon. Get off that screen, honey, so I can see the screen, what's going on.
Hold on.
Yes, I am listening. So there's the overhead of the bag. It's stuffed with all, look, NorCal Cat. My ruler that I gave away on the Montauk. Look, Flight Law Company. Look, Vinny's Customs. I keep going deep in the bag. What else we got to pull out? We got stinger baits in there. I mean, come on. Stinger treble. Treble hooks. What else can I pull out? Dead Reckoning. Come on. I can keep pulling out magic stuff in here. What's this here? Here. This one right here. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous lure. Handcrafted icky lures. YouTube, I'm upset at you guys. You don't let me use any songs on my live stream. Look, we got R&R, Bucktails in here. What else do we got? What am I pulling out here?
Eric, move it over a little bit.
Move it over?
It's not in the frame.
Sorry, guys.
There you go.
But there's just a bunch of good stuff in there. Trust me, it's worth over $350. I would never lie to you guys. Whoever wins this package has just filled up their surf bag in an instant, just like that. Again, I'm going to be, look who's on tonight, honey. The champion of champs, Wolf of Rhode Island. How you doing, Charles? Good to see you. That guy is the man in Rhode Island. I don't think there's a better fisherman in Rhode Island. I'm sorry to you guys who think you're better, but you're not. Charlie, thank you so much for showing up to my show. We had Charlie on the show a few months back. We're going to get him on very soon again. He's in popular demand. That was a great live stream. I'm sorry we got to downgrade with Bruce today. No, I'm kidding, Bruce. I'm kidding, buddy. Gotta love Bruce. Bruce is the president of the Narragansett Surf Club. And once again, I want to tell you guys, I love you guys. I mean, you have to understand that.
Joe Pinto says we all love you too.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks,
you. Joe.
I try so hard, and I look forward to this, honey. How many times have I drove you crazy today at my mom's house? We got to leave. We got the live stream. I don't care about the football. Let's go, let's go. So, I'm always talking about you guys consistently. I'm always thinking of ideas, how to make the show better, how to bring you the best. But I got a great lineup coming for you in January.
Yeah.
You will be proud of me. We got Bill Wetzel. We got, it's not just a bunch of people. Hey.
You want to give it all away
Bruce
now?
Bain is on today, president of the Narragansett Surf Club. Yay. How many times am I going to say that wrong, Bruce? Mantucket, right? I always say Mantucket. And it's the Mintunic, right? I'll get it right, Bruce. Give me another
Hey.
year and I should have it right.
I know. Bronx Surfcaster says, Mr. P looks like GTA character.
How you doing? I'm GTA. Hi. I'm very happy. And our pineapple friend here who's been with us since the start. His glasses are getting worn out. I have to
Mr.
take the
P,
magic marker again.
Gangster Claus. That's Oski. Hey, Oski.
Oski, how you doing, buddy? Let me say hello to everybody. So we got
Wanna put
Jonathan
your eyeglasses?
McDowell, I see is on. Merry Christmas, Mr. Poseidon Claus. Thank you so much. Night Shift Fishing. Thanks so much, Matt. I miss you. We'll be up there again this summer hanging with you guys and fishing with you. Bronx Surfcaster. Was speaking to him on Instagram during the week. Another wonderful character. What great fisherman. I'll be going fishing with you this summer. That's for sure. We were talking about sharks. We got Wormway, another wonderful guy who's always following me. Elisabeth McDowell, mom of Jonathan McDowell. Thanks so much for showing up. Chris Gannon.
Hey,
What can I
Chris
say? It's always a
Gannon.
pleasure to see you here. I was talking about you today to my father. My father was going, who is Chris? He's 96, Chris. He doesn't remember you. And I'm like, Chris, you remember Chris and Brian, the brothers? But he's up there in age. But as long as he remembers me, I'm happy. I got to be honest. Makeup Sunsets. How you doing? Welcome to see you on my show. Gelso Pascarella. I don't know if you guys saw the post. He caught that 39 striped bass, 39-pound striped bass. I was with him in Demo Point back in October. What a great night. I caught a 25-pounder that night, but nothing compared to what Gelso got. And Mr. Pineapple's making me erupt a little bit. But anyway, I feel good.
Nice.
I'm very happy. Chuck Dumas, what a fisherman. Chuck Dumas, I know Bruce Bain knows him. What a wonderful character Chuck Dumas is. He's an excellent fisherman. And don't mess around. Follow the laws if you're fishing in front of Chuck Dumas, because if you don't, it'll probably be your last time fishing. No, I'm kidding. Chuck Dumas is not that bad. Striper Hunter, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Who else didn't I say hello to? Kevin R. Kevin R., you've been here also many, many times. I see you on all the time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Heinz Bolster. Heinz Bolster. How can we forget Heinz Bolster? He's always on here also. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Joe Pinto, if you don't follow him, please follow Joe Pinto. He's on Instagram. He's on the, I'll let my wife say because she's always correcting me.
Wait,
Joe
he has a
Pinto.
couple. Is he
Yes, he's
Delco
He's
Tackle?
Delco. Yes.
Delco Tackle?
Delco Tackle. There he is. There's the man. He's going to be giving away a Porsche. Believe it or not, he's going to be giving away a Porsche. I know he's giving away a truck to somebody. I'm not going to mention that name.
Wow.
That's a nice surprise. These are good people I am associating
Very
here
nice.
on my live stream. And if you're not a part of it, get a part of it. At least you'll be in for the giveaways. Come on. All right. Bruce is getting a little bored. I see him sitting back over there.
Oh, he's
We're going to
gonna
get
be
him on
now.
the show now. That's right. Mr. Bruce Bain. I like to
Bruce.
call him the Caped Crusader of Surfcasting. That is Mr. Bruce Bain. Let's have a nice warm welcome, everybody, for Mr. Bruce Bain. How you doing, Bruce?
Hey, Bruce.
All right, let me lower this. Okay, Bruce, go ahead, buddy. How are you, buddy?
How you feeling?
Oh, we have an issue. No, we don't. Go ahead. Now I got it up. Try it again. How you doing, Bruce?
How you feeling?
I'm good.
I still don't hear him. No, I hear you just fine, Bruce. You
Just
know me.
kidding.
I always got to joke around, Bruce.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
loud and
yes.
clear, buddy. Loud and clear.
All right, you can hear me. One thing, I'm never on your show. I'm never bored. That's for sure. Whether I'm on the show or watching the show, I'm definitely never bored.
Even on the
Aw.
practice, guys, you have to understand that I don't just call people up and put them on my show. We have a practice run, and our practice run was about at 6:30 tonight, and I had a couple of people texting me, hey, you're on live now, right? I was like, really? I'm on live? Honey, what did you do?
That was my fault.
If
Sorry,
you guys were on for that, you would have had a laugh. But if you weren't,
It's
you missed
very
out.
exciting.
It was very exciting. Yeah, I cursed my wife. I didn't do that. But anyway. So, Bruce, how is it going in Narragansett? How was your Christmas today?
Christmas, it's always good. It's just today Christmas Day itself has been terrible. Karen's really sick. I'm just getting over being sick.
Yeah, poor Karen.
Yeah, it's just like we can't see our grandkids because I don't want to get them sick. And we both took COVID tests. It's not COVID. It's just like a flu. I've been battling with it for a week, and she's laid up in bed. I wanted her to at least stick her face on the screen tonight and say hi to everybody, but she's not. Definitely not going to do that. But yeah, it was good. You know, we got up this morning, sat here, opened our presents, tried to drink a cup of coffee, and it was not like a normal Christmas here, but we still celebrated a little bit.
Just want to say a special hello to Ed Point. I like to call him Ebby Point. Ed Point makes the surf casting bags. You got to see the real show tonight, buddy. Cheers to you, man.
Yo, Ebby.
Ebby. He's the one who texted me because you know you're on live, right? For like 15 minutes. I was like, you had to text me now? Couldn't you text me in the first minute? No, I wanted to hear the juice. He heard the juice. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Right? That's all right.
Go ahead, Bruce. You're on again. I'm going to let you go. Go.
All right, so Christmas. So first thing I want to show a couple of nice things I got. This is from my good friends, the Poseidons. This was given to me at the Narragansett Surfcasters Christmas party this year, and my buddy Eric had me in tears. It's a beautiful VM reel. It's bailed. It's going to be perfect for fishing his Hudson River Classic this April, and hopefully I can catch some nice big bass with this baby.
Nice.
Yeah, no doubt. Bruce, I appreciate that very much. And I just want to let everybody know, I don't just give everybody reels. If you go out and get me 1,000 subscribers, I'll get you a reel too, all right?
We've been through quite a few
we have
battles together so far, buddy. And, you know, we'll always be there for each other. We just got that kind of friendship.
Aww.
And then another awesome gift that was given to me by a real good friend. This is a book that his wife had put together.
Wow.
And it's Montauk 2023.
Bring it up close, Bruce. Bring it up close. Face it, lift it.
It's all
point it to the camera. That's it. That's better.
Oh, it's falling apart.
Oh, man.
All pictures in a book from the Mr. Poseidon Surf Challenge.
Wow, that was awesome.
You know, there's me and you together. There's you and Mike together.
Yeah, that was a great time. Guys, if you could get
the party in front of the club, Damian Toolman, Joe Bezavenga's in the picture there, Rick, a whole bunch of us, and all picture book from Montauk 2023. So I got something to remember that trip by. I'm always going to be looking at it, sitting right next to my couch.
Very
and then,
oh, man, that's
yesterday,
nice.
I went and saw my buddy Charlie Wolf down at his house, dropped off some Christmas presents for him and Dina and their kids, and he hands me a wooden box, and I open the box, and
wow,
he's got 4 of the first prototype lures he put together.
Yeah, Charlie's excellent.
I guess I get to be one of the guinea pigs and test them out. That's a beautiful swimmer.
Nice.
And then he's got this hand carve here that he put together. I can't even imagine how many hours it took him to carve and this, put that together. Beautiful swimmer, herring color.
I just want to say something
really
quick, Bruce. Guys, if you want to see who Charlie is, he was on my show. If you go to my channel and go to the videos, he's the first video up there. I have him
It's on the highlight
exclusive. Video. Yeah, he's on the highlight video. You can watch that show. It's a good show. You'll learn a lot off that show. I know I did. Go ahead, Bruce. You got the floor again, buddy.
Yeah, Charlie's really, he's just so in tune with the ocean in every aspect of it. You know, when he's out on the boat doing his job that he does for a living, being a mate and sometimes captain on a reel-to-reel charter. I mean, he can put you on scup. He can put you on trophy bass over 50, 60 pounds sometimes. Massive tautog. He's just really in tune with the ocean. He just knows where and when, and he puts a lot.
do that.
Oh, sorry.
He won our club year-long striped bass last year, and he set out this year, and he said, I'm going to do it 2 years in a row. And I thought July and August, I thought he was going to have a little bit of a breakdown. You witnessed some of that one night when we were fishing.
That was a good one, though. I enjoyed that. I was like, wow, that's the real Charlie. He turned into a striped bass right immediately.
And then it was got to the point when he was like, I think he was fed up, and he was going to say screw it. And that's when he popped this big fish this year. And I think it's
right,
about 47 inches, 47 and a half inches, something like that. But I'll let everybody know come April when we do our awards banquet. But he's the official year-long winner of Narragansett Surfcasters striped bass.
Yeah,
2 years in a row.
Yeah, he's a winner 2 years in a row because the man really does know what he's doing. I know part of his secrets. When he has his New Year's Eve parties, I snuck in there once, and there was nothing but striped bass hanging out with him. You know what I'm saying? The guy is in tune with the ocean for a reason, guys. He knows his fishing. He knows how to hunt them. Bruce, you can take that one, and you could ride with it forever.
Yeah, he's ready to go now. I mean, we're gonna be sweating it out. Thank God we got some shows. We got our show, we got Zeno's show. Connecticut Surfcasters has a show, and those are just 3 January shows, and then we still got February, and then March. We got the Rissa show in Providence. That's a big one.
Right.
And then we stop fishing right after that. I mean, we don't stop, but we start fishing regularly after the end of March.
After March, yeah.
I'm already looking forward to the next Poseidon Challenge in April, and hopefully another one next October in Montauk. I met so many awesome people through you and Ramina, so many contacts.
Right.
People I'm honored to say that that I can call friends. Bill Jacob, Bill Wetzel. Those guys, they're 110% just about striper conservation, being at peace and being at one with God and the ocean. It's not about money and being glory hounds and stuff like that. It's more about friends and helping people and the camaraderie of it, just great guys from the West Coast, Orlando, Ray Serrano, never met these guys in my life before, and they just, walk right up to you and treat you like they've known you forever.
Yeah.
A guy that we made friends with through the Gram, and he came to the Poseidon Challenge this year, and that's Mike Adams.
Yeah.
Mike's a great guy. He's pretty sick right now. He's got a beautiful wife, Jessica. He's got 3 beautiful daughters. This guy, 20-year military man career, got out, kicked ass in the military, kicks ass on the beaches, on the rocks, fishing for striped bass, and he's battling a disease right now, and he's pretty courageous about it, and he's going to kick that ass too. So hang in there, Mike. We're praying for you, and Merry Christmas to you and your family. I hope you're watching.
That's right, Mike. Merry Christmas
Honor
to you.
meeting you.
Yep. Yeah. It was a great honor meeting you at the Poseidon Challenge. You showed up, and you told me, I'm not going to be here next year. I says, no, you are going to be here. Hey, you're doing really good right now, and let's continue that streak so you can show up next year again.
Lula, let's see. We have somebody asking, what is the Poseidon Challenge?
Lou, I'm going to tell you what the Poseidon Challenge is. It's my second one I had. So basically, everybody meets at Montauk. It's a 3-day challenge.
In October.
In October. We usually run it Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I try to sneak in one weekend. A lot of guys, you have to understand, I'm trying to do this so I can keep the hotel rates down. Now, you're saying, what do you mean by that? If I get the hotel rates late in October, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, they're pretty cheap, man. Especially the place.
Compared to the high season.
Yeah, the high season's a killer. I'm even thinking of having it the end of September, but, the hotels are a little up then, and I want as many people to come as possible. So we run the 3-day challenge. The guy who gets the biggest striper wins. Last year I had bonus boxes, they were called. I got 70 bonus boxes up. I had to stop it at 70 people joining because I just couldn't afford any more boxes. guys, I'm not all about the money. You know, it cost me $3,500 for those bonus boxes. You know, I had great lures there, 401 plugs. I can keep going. RD Customs, Lawson Lures, Vinny's Customs. Bruce tried to sneak in a lure, but they don't work, so I threw that one in the garbage. No, I'm kidding. But I had, you know, the tape measure, which I got here, which measures the striped bass. It's great to use because it's non-reflected. It's big numbers. Everybody had one of those. I made sure. NorCal Cat, my man. How you doing, Orlando? Good to see you. We also got a lure in there. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. I also got a lure in there from NorCal Cat in this bag today. I'm telling you, the bag is worth $350. You know, I don't publicize it. I don't put out. You got to have 3 people registered like they do on Instagram. And I just tell you got to be on the show. Leave a comment, right, honey? Bruce, I tell you, leave a comment. And if you get picked out of the comment picker, you're the lucky winner. You know?
You have to be on the live chat. Yeah,
you got to be on the live chat. And a lot of good people have won. How you doing, Lewis? Dude, NorCal Cat is the man. Yes, we know that. In the West Coast and slowly becoming the man on the East Coast, without a doubt. Makes a good product, man, you know, and the product
Orlando.
Orlando. He, you know, his product catches fish. The 25-pounder I caught next to Gelso, I got on his Demon Daughter. I got a picture of that up somewhere on one of the posts on Instagram. But just want to say thanks, Orlando. Thanks for what you do to the community, especially your Coast to Coast. You can order a Coast to Coast T-shirt from him. Not T-shirt, but a T-shirt with long sleeves, right?
Yeah, that long sleeve T-shirt with is the MSA and the NorCal Cat.
Yeah, the NorCal Cat logo. I mean, just a lot of.
Telling Lou what the Poseidon challenge is. You got to answer that question.
Yeah, I did. So that's it, Lou. That's the Poseidon challenge. It happens in October. I'll start advertising around July, August for it. It's a 3-day challenge. We're going to figure out the dates this year. Lots of people show up, and we have a party on Saturday night. That won't be stopped. We had it at the Shagwan place. Everybody got 2 drinks and an appetizer for free. You didn't have to pay anything. I'm hoping I'm going to pull that one off. Mario Gandini, welcome to the show. Another great guy. It's Mug 'em Up Bucktails. But anyway, let's get back to Bruce. Bruce, I want to summarize what a season we had. And let's talk about Rhode Island now. How'd you guys do up there this year?
We had a tremendous season this year. We started out like right out of the box. I think April 3rd, one of the guys, it's like, you know, me, Charlie, my friend Henry, there's a couple guys in the club we fish with once in a while. Steve Payne, you know Stevie, the big dude that looks like Abe Lincoln.
Yes. He's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think like April 3rd, either Charlie or Henry had a fish in the high 30-inch range, you know, which is crazy. I mean, it was holdover fish in Rhode Island. We had a real good holdover fish year. Usually they're small or they're not around. It's not like the Housatonic up here, but you can find them. And then, you know, we fished in the upper Narragansett Bay. It really took off. And then probably around the last week of May, you know, we moved down to the Narragansett area and stopped fishing the lower east shores of Rhode Island and the south shores of Rhode Island. And we had fish pretty steady all through May and June. July slowed down a little bit. July's tough. You know, you really got to find the deeper water and find those resident fish. Charlie always seems to know where they're at. You know, he's got his secret spots that he's been fishing for years, and the fish just, hopefully they keep returning back to those spots. As long as the biomass stays healthy and the food chain stays healthy, they'll be there. This year was like almost too much bait. It was just a crazy bait fishery. There was so much peanut bunker, and I mean, we had needlefish, we had mullet, we had squid, we had spearing, silverside, sandy. We had so much bait this year. It was unbelievable, crazy. And I had my last fish. What was it? Last Saturday. that one I sent you a picture of.
Right,
you know,
right.
uh,
The
just
the
under a keeper.
8-incher, right? That one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to say something. You mentioned on Charlie knowing where the fish were. Charlie doesn't know where the fish are. Charlie hunts the fish. And if you watch that episode, you have to understand, Charlie mentions one thing that's very important. Wherever you guys live, wherever you go surf fishing, know that area. Learn that area. Travel your area. Understand the moons, the tides, winds, how important this stuff is to increasing your chances of catching a striped bass. Charlie does that. He already knows that, and he consistently hunts. And when he finds them, people say, oh, Charlie knows where the fish is. Charlie spent a month looking for the fish now, guys, and now he knows where they are. He knows his area very well, and he's productive in his area because he knows his area and he does his homework. And I try to do that in the Hudson River where I live. The fish are here basically from March until late May. And I'm constantly going up and down the rivers, different spots. And, in the rivers it's a little different because the fish are consistently moving. So, I try to follow the fish upriver as they go upriver. And then I get to get them as they come back down. But Charlie says one important thing, and I'm going to mention to you guys again. Learn your areas. Once you learn your areas, now you can go to other areas and use all the knowledge you got from learning your areas, install it in the new area, and do the same thing there. And that's how you become a certified striped bass fisherman. No, also requires a grind. That's something that I have in me that I have to tell you. The grind is very important. You must get out there every day. Well, maybe not every day. I try to get out there 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week when they're in the rivers. The beaches, unfortunately, the closest I can get to are in Long Island, and I have to travel and I have to stay overnight sometimes. So I still make the weekly trips, whether I'm in Rhode Island with Bruce and Charlie, if I get lucky enough, or I'm in Massachusetts. This year I even traveled all the way up to Maine. Connecticut's another great spot. Every coast is a good spot. You just got to learn them. You can't go there and not catch a fish and say, oh, it sucks in Connecticut. I'm sure the Connecticut guys love to hear that, especially the ones who are catching. But you got to learn your areas. So going back to Bruce now again, because I don't want to keep talking. Bruce, I want to ask you, so in Rhode Island, okay, what's your favorite gear that you like to use when you fish in Rhode Island?
I mean, most of the year, I'm throwing a 10-foot GSB with VS250. In the spring, I gear it down a little bit, an 8 or a 9-foot rod. And in the fall, later in the fall, we start getting some big water, a big wind. I go up to I get an 11-foot rod with a VS250. It's a basic Surfcaster setup. It's pretty simple. I use my 11-foot is a 1321 one-piece.
Nice.
Old, very similar to what Bill Wetzel throws. I used the darter. I used needles this year quite a bit. Always the Larson glide bait's always in the bag. Going to use the darter a lot more this year. I'm going to try and concentrate a lot with it and learn it a lot better. It's one of those lures I don't have a ton of confidence in, so I, of course, don't fish it a lot. I love red fins in the spring. Love throwing red fins in the springtime. That's
nice.
When certain areas I fish and I just kill with red fins and metal lips. I do really well with them in a certain area. And always a bucktail. Gotta love the bucktails.
Bucktails seems to be a favorite of most people. I know I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm fishing the beaches, and a couple of weeks back, a couple of months, I should say, last month, I was down in Jersey. I killed it with Mario Gandini's Mug 'em Up Bucktails. I think I got it right there, honey. There it is. Hand that to me.
This one here?
I want to show you guys.
Ooh.
So this is the man Mario Gandini special. Now look, guys, I want to show you something. I still have the clip on, and I cut the leader just to keep it on like that. But I want to show you. Look at the bucktail itself. I must have lost about a half a hair. That's it. And I caught 35 fish with this. Look.
Show the hook. Show the hook.
I want to show them. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to put on the overhead. Let me put on the overhead. There we go. Much better. All right, Mario, I want to say to you, thank you very much. But look at this hook that you're getting on here. Look at this monster hook.
Oh, wow.
This is not going to bend. This is not just your regular hook. If I try to pull this hard enough, it's going to get hooked in my hand. But I caught 35 striped bass that day. I'm making the video now as we speak. I'm going to have that up in a few days, I promise you guys. But this bucktail lost no hair. And that is the most important thing to me, because sometimes I'm killing the striped bass, and I'm going to be honest, I lose a lot of hairs off this. The amount of, thread that this guy puts around to hold these, I believe in you, Mario. These are wonderful bucktails. This is just one bucktail, 35 striped bass. We're not talking 18-inch fish. All of the fish I caught that day were slot fish. I mean, just a dynamite bucktail. You're going to get your money's worth with this. I did get 3. One of them I gave away, and the other one I used a bail reel, and yes, I tossed it out, and I'm like, man, I could throw Mario's bucktails a mile. And that's when I realized that I didn't pull back the bail, and I snapped the line. But other than that, yeah, you know what happens to all of us. But I'm going to tell you, look at this bucktail, man. It's so thick.
Nice.
It's there, man.
Nice colors.
Yeah, nice color. This is the Wonder Bread. This is Wonder Bread right here. Mario, thank you for that so much. You make an awesome product. I know you're out there listening right now. You're having your own party going on in your house, and thank you so much for that. But going back to Bruce, yes, Bruce, I love to use bucktails too. Please continue on your...
For my last fish this year on one of Mario's, mugging him up last weekend.
Yep.
On a Mario. He builds a nice, it's 5/8 of an ounce. A lot of guys do half to 3/4 to 1 ounce. He builds a 5/8 ounce. Sometimes like that little bit of weight is so important when you're fishing in current and stuff like that.
I was very lucky. This is an ounce right here. And I have to tell you that I was very lucky that day because the current was very fast moving that day. And I was lucky I had this. It never hit bottom. Look at this. There's not a scratch on it. 35 striped bass. I'm not joking, you guys. Mug 'em up bucktails. Check them out. I'm not going to... Go ahead, Bruce. I'm sorry.
I don't want to forget. We're talking about how Charlie hunts fish. And I'll give you a good Charlie story from this year. It was like September. The fishing was starting to get good. And, I'm working during the week, days 8 to 5. And a lot of times he grabs a day off here and there in September. If a charter cancels, the weather gets too rough. So he's out scouting a lot of times in the morning. He'll run down, fish a little bit, and then he'll call me and say, hey, get down here after work. I know there's going to be fish here, blah, 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 blah. So this one area, he's fishing with a friend of ours, and he got into fish real good, probably mid 20 to mid 30 pound fish. He probably had 6 or 7 fish in about an hour, and they were just really slamming top water stuff. So he called me and said, hey, they're going to be there. So I get out of work, I get down there, I get geared up, we get to this spot, and casting, and I'm like, forget it. I wasn't even getting no hits. He wasn't getting no hits. I casted there about 20 minutes or so, and I'm like, come on, let's get out of here. I'm in a big rush for the instant gratification. I'm all pissed off now. I'm not getting into fish. He's like, no, stick it out. They're going to be here. They're going to be here. The tide's an hour later than it was yesterday. I was like, nah, forget it. There's no fish here. It blew out. So we go down to another spot further south, fish. We might have picked up, I don't know, a couple of small slots or something. A friend of ours had stayed in that original spot where we were. Called us back. He says, Charlie was right 15 minutes after you guys left. That same flock of big fish showed up. He said we had all 25 to 30 pound fish for the next 45 minutes after you guys were gone. So now when he tells me something, tells me they're going to be there, I listen and I stick it out. I don't get hot in my shoes and go running down the beach trying to find fish somewhere else. Because 90% of the time, if he spent his day hunting them, he knows where they're going to be at night.
Right
He's
on.
a Sharpie.
Yeah, he is a Sharpie, man. Big time. And do not, I'm going to mention this right now. Bruce, you will go with me on this one. Do not turn your light on when you're with Charlie. Unless it's red or green. See, Bruce is laughing already. Do not turn your light on unless you have special permission from God himself. Other than that, don't turn your light on.
The 7:30 words you can't hear on television.
That's right. We cannot hear this right now. Anyway. All right, so continuing, Bruce, I want you to tell me some of your favorite fishing in Rhode Island you had this past year. I know I was with you in the early season. You caught that 25, 30-pounder when you said you were leaving and you lied to me and you went to another spot and you caught the fish. Charlie was even like, I thought he was leaving. But you made a quick stop. You saw your buddy Nelson there. Tell me about that.
When was that? Last year?
Yeah, last year, but I think it was, I don't think it was last year. I think it was in the beginning of the new year this year. Maybe I'm wrong, but still tell it. That was a great story.
Last year was I dropped you off to go meet Charlie, and
yes.
I was going to fish with you guys, but I wasn't feeling, my sugar was low. And I stopped in one spot to get my waders and everything off, and I was parked close to the water, and I could hear fish breaking. And so I said, well, I'm here. I might as well take a couple casts. And I took like 3 casts, and I bagged my best fish of the year. That was last October.
Yeah.
And that was a bucktail fish too. I don't carry a boga. It was maybe a mid 20-pound fish.
That was 30 pounds, bro.
Pounds.
You're being nice.
Yep.
I saw pictures of
So
that.
yeah, I had a real good. I had a lot of nice big slot fish this year, and I had one real nice fish with Charlie one night in October. He said after he looked at the fish, he said it might have beat his fish for the year-long tournament, but I think he's just trying to make me feel good. I don't think it was as big as his was. Guys, we're always comparing sizes, but
yeah, I hear you, man. We are.
I don't know. Like everybody wants the 40-pound fish, the 50-pound fish. I love catching big fish, but I just love catching fish. Like being in the water, and when new stuff happens, I really get into that. Like if I start catching on a lure that I never caught with before, fishing a new area that we never fished before and figuring that area out. That's we have one spot that we got access to this year, and it's a total bitch to walk into. It's like a real ankle buster.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
me, like I'm like I got the grace of a friggin' buffalo, and I know when we figure the place out. We've caught some fish in there, but I know when we figure it out, it's really gonna pay off. It's just the place it's so juicy, and you can tell it just holds fish.
I got
and it's got some history to it too,
I got a buddy here asking Tim Murphy, who I fish with in New Jersey, wonderful fisherman. He's a grinder. He's a freaking grinder.
Yeah, Tim's coming up.
He's coming up to the show. He'll be at the show again March 14th. Am I correct, Bruce?
January 14th.
Excuse me, January 14th. So that would have been a bad one. But anyway, so Tim Murphy's asking, Bruce, do you throw any black or purple bucks at night?
I usually like on the new moon, when there's no moon at all, that's when I throw like wine red, real dark burgundy. Not black, but it's purple, I guess you would say.
All right, that's all good.
We also have a question from James Ferguson. He's saying, Bruce and Mr. P, do you typically throw on an otter tail or pork rind or anything?
I have to be, before you answer that, Bruce, I have to open my big mouth. Yes, I love my otter tails, Mr. Ferguson. I love them dearly. I put them on all bucktails. But that day, the only day that I never put one on, and I caught my most striped bass was on Mario Gandini's. Look, they were peanut bunker out there, so I was afraid to put anything longer on there because the only other guy that was fishing next to me, he wasn't catching. So I felt bad, and I walked up to him because I was, every cast. And I walked up to him, and I'm like, hey, what are you using? And he's looking at mine. He's staring at my hook as I'm walking up to him he's staring at my lure as I'm walking up to him, and he says to me, no, I'm using a bucktail too. But then I looked at it, and I go, nah. But you got a 6-inch shad on the end of that thing. I go, that isn't working. It's too big. So as soon as he switched over to a regular-sized bucktail, I told him don't go more than an ounce. He threw it out there, and he started popping them too. He was lifting his fist at me. He was so happy. But, sometimes I don't use that. In that situation, I didn't turn over that. Yeah. But 90% of the time, I do have a pork rind out there. That's for sure. And red's my favorite. I have red, white, and green. If red's not working, I'll switch over to a white, and I keep going. How about you, Bruce?
Well, it's 2 bucktails that I use. I use Mario's Mugging 'em Ups, and I also use Brennan, Dead Reckoning.
Right, right.
If I'm throwing Dead Reckonings, I don't use any trailer at all. He puts real long hackles on the back of them, so in my opinion, you don't need to use any trailer. On Mario can build them with long hackle if you request it, but he builds like a standard bucktail. And sometimes the fish want a trailer on there. Sometimes they don't. Like you said, if they're on small peanut bunker, with Mario's bucktails, you don't need a trailer. If I do use a trailer, I generally use Fat Cow. They make a hot pink, maybe a 5-inch, and it works pretty good with Mario's bucktails. But yeah, it depends on the situation.
Sure. Mario Gandini made a nice point. He said, Bruce, you make a good point. A catch is a catch. If you can home on the small ones, you can get the big ones. Slow and steady wins. That's the main thing Mario said. Slow and steady, guys. I don't want to see anybody wheeling in like they're wheeling in a rock and it's rushing on top of the water like you got a spook on there or something. I like to call them spoofs. That's how that all started. Go ahead.
When you learn to fish a bucktail right, that thing's going to be 6 inches off the bottom, and it's going to be moving as slow as you possibly can without that bucktail hitting bottom. And John Skinner said it's like an extension of your hand. Like you can almost you can feel it like moving along the bottom but not hitting the bottom. And it took me a long time to figure it out, but the more you do it, the more you practice it, the better you get at it.
Absolutely. That's very important. But Bruce, I have to make a point here. When I went to Rhode Island and I was fishing the canal up there, I got to tell you something. These guys, they bounce it off the bottom, and I was like, what are you talking about? So they love going there, and they bounce these things.
At Cape Cod.
Cape Cod Canal, yeah. Oh, Cape Cod Canal, excuse me. So, yeah, right. So basically it's bouncing off the bottom, and that's how I was getting the fish there. It's all about bouncing it off the bottom. That's how they work it there. That's how it works there. So in different areas, I guess, different applications apply. But with the bucktail, I'm going to say that most of the time it's just keeping it off the bottom, nice and steady on your retrieve. Every once in a while, pop it up to keep it off the bottom. And I think you guys are going to do good. Slow and steady, just like it was mentioned by Mario Gandini. That'll get you the winning prize in the end, for sure.
John McDowell asking, Bruce, do you ever fish fly teasers?
Occasionally I do. I use red gills more for teasers than I use flies, but one of my friends, Henry, that he's in the club, he's really good at tying teasers, and he had tremendous luck with them this year on Narragansett Beach and around the mouth of the Narrow River. He probably caught more fish on teasers than he did on anything else this year. And your mom's a super lady, John. Nice lady.
Yeah, without a doubt, she is a wonderful woman. We're talking about Boo right here, Bruce.
Yep.
She is very nice. She's always following me and always on the ball with her son as far as when it comes to fishing.
Elisabeth McDowell asking, do you just target striped bass or do you try to catch other fish? Bruce. Okay.
Me?
Yes.
I target striped bass and bluefish, but Charlie hates bluefish, so if I'm with Charlie, I'm not allowed to try and catch bluefish. But I really like catching bluefish. I did not catch a single bluefish this year, and I caught a lot of bass. But yeah, generally, I target bass and blues. I do a little bit of freshwater fishing in the spring. You know, like maybe March, April. A little bit of trout, a little bit of largemouth, but after that, it's all stripers.
Excellent. Slowly, we're starting to wind down the show. Honey, do you want to get a call in tonight? Should we try call tonight?
If anybody wants to.
Yeah, anybody wants to. Honey, put up the number.
Let's put it up here. Let's see. I know I have
Put
it
up
on
that
this
call.
screen.
Yeah, just be careful. Let's not put up any, I don't want to say porno stuff, but anyway. Hey, how you doing? Mr. Poseidon here. Hey, Kevin Maltoso, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you here tonight, buddy. Merry Christmas. You all know you have a good night. Yeah, you know it, buddy. Thank you. Adrian Ayala, how you doing? Bruce, what is your favorite knot to join braid and mono? There you go. I can't read without my glasses. I'm sorry. I got him, honey. Just when I put them on,
I've been
going crooked.
Braid to mono. I go braid to swivel with a Palomar knot, and then I go mono to swivel with an improved clinch. I learned that from Bill Wetzel. I don't go, direct braid to mono. I've tried it a few times. I'm just not good with knots. As you can see, the eyes, they play tricks on you. I have enough trouble tying good knots during the day, never mind at night when I'm standing on a rock and in the pitch black trying to retie a leader or something. But I use the Palomar to tie my swivel to my braid, and then I use improved clinch knot to tie my leader to my swivel.
Thank you, Mr. Bruce. Mr. Bruce, there's somebody asking out there, what color underwear do you like to wear at night when you go to bed? No, I'm kidding. Nobody's asking. I know I made some jokes. I put up a post. Bruce was running around in Speedos on your Christmas party. And
right.
Guys were hanging off Christmas trees. Let me tell you something, guys. The Narragansett Christmas party, fabulous. Fabulous. I'm telling you, I love you guys with a passion. Anybody who fishes, I don't care if you're fishing for guppies in your tub. I love you, man. You guys are the best. I'm so happy to meet everybody.
Edwin Rivera subscriber.
There he goes. We got Edwin calling. Here you go, honey. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll put on Edwin. So Edwin Rivera, he's going to be on in a bit. He's going to ask you some questions. Go ahead. Oops, that's the wrong button. Edwin, how are you, buddy?
Is he on?
Edwin?
Call from.
Yeah.
Let's try it again. Ooh, let's try that again. We'll get him back. You know, Mr. Poseidon's live stream. Everything's not always perfect, but that's what makes us the best. Thank you to the Pineapple Power. It's Christmas Day. I want to say, again, Merry Christmas to everybody who came to the show tonight. I love you guys to death. Even NorCal Cat, all the way from the West Coast over there. Thank you, Orlando. You're the man. Are we ready? Are we ready for him? Let's try it now. Hey, Edwin, you there?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. P? What's going on,
how you doing,
Mr. Poseidon family? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
Edwin.
I hope you got your bucktail this Christmas, buddy.
Absolutely.
All right, so go ahead. You're on with Bruce. Ask him anything you want, buddy.
I was just calling to wish all you guys a Merry Christmas. Bruce is a good guy. You're a good guy.
Aw.
Thank you.
And I just really appreciate the channel and the community and all the people that I've met. And I look forward to what the new year brings.
Nice.
Thank you, Edwin. Thank you. Bruce, would you like to say anything to Edwin?
Yeah, Edwin, he's just one of those guys that definitely stands out in the crowd. You know, I met him through you, and always have a good time talking with him, fishing with him over there in Montauk. And I hope he's in at the Hudson this year. Spend a little more time together. Did you fish the glider, buddy?
Not yet. No. It was towards the end of the year, but I'm gonna put some work in on the glider. I got the one you gave me. I got the one Poseidon gave me, and then I was talking to Scott Larson. He still owes me a needlefish, and he's such a good guy. You know, it's been a while since I placed that order. He said he's gonna throw in another glider for me.
Nice.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, Scott's awesome. He really, really stands behind his products, and he always takes care of his customers.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He said he's getting ready for the show, so that's why he's a little delayed for me.
Yep. Yeah, he's been building like a madman.
No doubt.
Yeah, and I just wanted to tell you. I heard you talking about you wanted to put some extra work on the daughter. Anywhere you go fishing and it's shallow, and there's a good sweep of current, that's the best place for a daughter. Best place, a little sweep and shallow.
What's shallow water to you like?
I say anywhere like around like 6 feet.
Okay.
6 feet or lower.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
That's I got a real good current. You know, a real good current runs out of a river in an area that I fish, and you know, like this year I was swinging needles and swinging, you know, like Missouri swimmers, stuff like that, redfins in that current, and I think that the Dada would really do some damage in that same current, because I think there's, you know, it's a bigger presentation lure, and I think it's going to weed out some of those smaller fish and pick up some bigger ones that are hiding down in them rocky areas.
Okay. Yeah, I actually just picked up some 3-ounce daughters from After Hours Customs. And those things are big, man. It's a nice big presentation, you know, and they're 3 ounces. They cast really well. I can't wait to use them.
That's I grabbed some from Dave Anderson, you know, the surf asylums, and the same thing. Almost like a 3-ounce Beachmaster, and a nice big profile Dada. I really like them. They're bulky, and Orlando's too. I can't wait to catch on that demon Dada. That thing just looks deadly in the water.
That's when I caught mine.
It does.
Yep. Also, Chuck Dumas is saying pre-tie your leaders so you only tie one knot out at night. Learn to tie knots with your eyes closed. Chuck, I'm with you on that. I tie knots with my eyes closed, man. I've learned after so many years, and at night I don't have eyes whatsoever. Whether I put on my glasses, nothing works but the fingers and the feel.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's very important. Do learn. You know, a lot of you guys say, well, how do you do that? Just keep doing it over and over, and you'll see what we talk about, because that's a fact.
Chuck definitely knows his stuff. No doubt about it. Chuck is a serious fisherman.
No doubt. I hear that all the way.
Edwin, you do that too?
Oh, yeah. I always pre-tie my leaders, especially when there's bluefish around. I could have 12 to 15 leaders on me.
Wow. Yeah.
Before I go out. That's one of the things I'm really, really anal about is leaders. Like after every fish, I check my leader, and if there's any type of nick in it, I change it, because you never know when that big fish is going to come.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you guys both this question. It's coming in from Lewis, and it says, Bruce, what's your confident lure? You can answer that first, Brew, and then I want you to take that over, Edwin.
My confidence lure, I got to say, cotton cordell loaded redfin, whether it's either loaded with 10 cc's of mineral oil or loaded with copper BBs. Loaded redfin, definitely.
Yeah, Edwin, what about you, buddy?
It's situational for me.
Okay.
So if there's any type of current, it's the bucktail.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that too.
I probably throw bucktails 50% of the time when I'm fishing.
Nice.
You know, if not more. But you know, it needs the current.
Even
you know, I want the bucktail to sweep.
I want to say something, Edwin. That last year, when I met you at the Poseidon Challenge, I know you were there a few days earlier, and that's what you were telling me, dude. The current is sweeping. I've been using my bucktail. I remember that, and you were catching fish. I remember that very, very well in my mind.
Right, yeah, right before I went up there, I was in Robert Moses on the South Shore, and I was using paddle tails and bucktails, and they were doing really good. I was catching a lot of fish.
Right.
Before the challenge, when they didn't count.
Yeah, right. I know. I remember that.
Oh well.
I remember that. But anyway. It's getting up there, 8:07. I know everybody's been partying today with Christmas. I was at my parents'. I had a busy day today, running around doing things.
Running around with a broken ankle.
Yeah, running around with this broken ankle sucks, man, because I put on that peg leg, and half the people who look at me straight on come and shake my hand. They're like, look, and I already know, because like at your party, Bruce, I remember some guy came up to me, and he's like,
thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your service. And I'm like, all right, for what? I had on a green jacket with, they're all
that's right.
patches from
what is that? Grateful Dead, like?
Yeah, Grateful Dead patches all over. He didn't look at them carefully, and I gave him my hand, and I'm like, what's he shaking my hand for? And he goes, look, sorry you lost your leg in the service. And I'm like, no. And I turned it to the side, and I'm like, look, it's on a peg leg thing. I broke my ankle. And he's like, oh, and I'm like, and these are they're not, army stickers.
It's just from the group, the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, the Grateful Dead stickers all over. And then he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then he left. He didn't even say anything after that.
He's like, screw you.
He's like, screw you, man. You ain't worth nothing. You got a broken ankle.
That's funny, right?
Yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. God bless.
Thank you.
Edwin.
Thank you, Edwin, for calling in, and we'll see you soon, buddy.
See you in the spring, buddy.
Yeah, I want to come up to Rhode Island this year. I swear I'm going to come up.
Yep, we'll be going together.
You're welcome anytime.
Very cool.
Very cool. Thank you, Edwin. All right, Bruce, so we're finishing off slowly. Anything else you want to say to anybody?
No, I just, I want everybody to try and stay happy and healthy for the next couple of months. Clean your reels. Take care of your rods, tie some extra leaders, sharpen your hooks. Be good to your kids and your loved ones. Say your prayers before you go to bed at night.
Absolutely.
Especially say them for Mr. and Mrs. Poseidon.
Yeah, please. And add some money to that. Please, guys, it's Christmas. Throw me some money here. I'm 70 grand in the hole.
Oh, dear.
I haven't made a penny since I started this thing 3 years ago. But listen to me. I do it because I love you guys. It's a beautiful thing. Both me and my wife, especially me, right, honey? I'm consistently talking about these guys weekly basis. I mean, almost more than fishing, I love you guys. No, I'll never love you more than fishing. But Bruce Payne, a big supporter of mine in Rhode Island, thank you so much. He is the president of the Narragansett Surf Club. Right now, we're going to do that giveaway. You want to hang out a little, Bruce? Hang out with us.
Yeah.
I can't mention every prize in here, but we're totaling $350 to $400 in prizes in here. All good lures. Nothing is cheap. I even put in that lure that you gave me, Bruce. The popper you gave me, made by.
Oh, smack it. Those are you can't. Yes. I don't even know if you can still get them. And that's a great striper popper.
There you go. You gave me so much stuff, Bruce, that I had to give something away out of it. So I put one of those lures. I got a bunch of great stuff in here. I also have 2 lures, which I picked up at the Hudson River Association, Fishermen's Association. They had their fishing show, and I picked up 2 lures. Gorgeous, gorgeous lures. They'll be in the Ziploc bags that I put them in. They didn't come in bags, but they're brand new, top-of-the-line stuff. Trust me. And remember, for the lure makers out there, this is for the lure makers. If If you're out there, Joe Pinto, man, what can
Thanks,
I say,
Joe.
brother? Thank you, Joe. Wonderful guy. Make sure you guys subscribe to Joe. Please subscribe to him and check him out. Delco Tackle on Instagram. Dynamite Guy. We'll leave a
link. Yeah, you can put it up, Joe, too.
Yeah, you could put it up, Joe. No problem. Thank you so much. Also, I want to let you guys know, I was talking about the lures and everything. So if you left a comment on last week's thing, live stream, you're in. We're going to do that right now. We're going to run it. Good luck to everybody. Get this nice Christmas bag, and there it is. Here we go. Honey,
Ready?
run it, baby.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom!
And the winner is?
And the winner is...
Oh, we got Elisabeth McDowell. Let's transition that over.
Is she here? Is she here?
Let's see, Elisabeth McDowell. I know you were on there earlier. Let's see if she's on there. She is. Booyah! Yeah, girl.
Great lady.
Yeah, Dynamite Girl. Always a great supporter. Congratulations to her. Congratulations to everybody for showing up on my show. Before you leave a quick little like. It helps me out with the algorithm, guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. We're on weekly. We have on some great guests this month coming up. And what can I say? Merry Christmas. Honey, you want to let them know? Merry Christmas.
Thanks, guys. Remember to subscribe, like, and share.
And thank you to Bruce Bain for being my guest on this week, president of the Narragansett Surf Club.
Hope you
thank
feel
you, Bruce,
better.
and we hope you feel better. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Love you guys.
See you guys soon. Next week, next Sunday, we got Mike from Zinger Baits on. Be sure to be on. We'll have some good giveaways also next week. Thank you, everybody. Gelso. Hey, let's not forget about Gelso. He did make out my rod. I made a video with him this week, and you'll see that up real soon. Thank you, everybody, and see you next week.
Woohoo! Wave goodbye to Bruce because I'm going to hang up.
See you, Bruce.
Thanks for pressing the ending.
Yeah, I will. Let's go.
No? Okay. Well, I don't want to dance over there by myself.
Come with me right here. Come here, guys. So we can't come out there and dance today, so we'll do it from my seat here. Because of my leg, I don't want to put on the peg leg. I almost fell last night. Don't worry, that dance will be back up real soon. My wife said I look like a blind.